When you were whole, it would have been a good fight.
Damn.
He's like, but now I'm not. So don't cheap shot me.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Cam. This is Zay, and we are here watching Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 6, Unbowed, Unbent, Unbroken. I'm excited to get into this one, but before we do, make sure you guys leave a like if you like what you're watching. It helps with the algorithm. You can also hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more. If you want to watch our full-length reaction to this and the next 5 episodes, you can check all that out on Patreon. The link for that will be in the description. But with that being said, Zay, what do you remember previously?
Following up with Jorah and Tyrion, they got to run to some stone men, along with seeing Drogon, which was pretty interesting. Tyrion couldn't believe his eyes. He looked like he was about to shit himself when he saw him fly over. But they get into an altercation with some stone men, and you know, they ask each other, "Did you get touched?" They both say no, but then we see Jorah pulls up his sleeve, and he did in fact get touched. So grayscale is now on him and infecting him. So not only are they kind of stranded, not near any sort of villages, but now his time's even more limited because he's got grayscale spreading throughout his body. Dany is going to be marrying Hizdar, and she also opened up the fighting pits. She's resuming the tradition, I'm guessing in hopes to try to, you know, quell all the chaos that's been going on within the city. Let's see.
Brienne
Stannis
and Podrick are outside of Winterfell.
They're outside of Winterfell. Stannis is on his way to Winterfell. Ramsay made Reek, aka Theon, apologize to Sansa for killing her brothers, even though we all know that that's not what happened. And that never happened. So I'm trying to think anything else I want to really go over before we hop in. I don't want to make it too long, but that was a lot of big stuff. Yeah,
that's a pretty good recap. We know Jon has his ships and head to Hardhome with the wildling. With Tormund
try to convince them.
Convince the wildlings. But yeah, let's not keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's get right into it. Yo, I swear, just pretend you're dead. You get a full fucking makeover. They clip your nails for free. Everything.
Cleaned head to toe, bro. What a boring life.
Well, this is what she wanted.
The man will be very mad.
Fuck me.
Oh, this dumb bitch.
Who are you? No one. Get back to work.
So did I win?
I'm from Westeros. My mother died. My father remarried and his new wife gave birth to a girl. My stepmother didn't want any rivals for her precious daughter. So she tried to kill me with poison, sought help from the faceless men. And my father was widowed again.
That's dope-ish, I guess.
Was that true? Or a lie?
So she might have just made that shit up?
What do you think?
Some of it. All of it. None of it. I don't know. Some of it's a lie, I think. Maybe.
Get back to work.
So we're sensing a theme of, like, ambiguity. Like, am I telling the truth? Is my face my real face? Like, there's a lot of, you know, with this house, there's a lot of what's real, what's not real.
Right.
Who are you?
I'm the youngest daughter of a great lord, Eddard Stark. He died in battle.
A lie.
After he was executed, I fled the capital. Had to kill a stable boy. Drove my sword through his back.
That's a lie.
An outlaw kidnapped me, a man called Polliver. A man called the Hound, Sandor Clegane.
Man, he's on point.
Yo, facts.
He begged me to kill him, but I wouldn't. I left him in the mountains to die. I wanted him to suffer. I hated him. I hated him. That's not a lie.
Nope, that was a lie.
Does she truly want to be no one?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
No, guess not.
I'm not playing this stupid game anymore.
We never stop playing.
Damn. Imagine waking up just to get whipped in the hand like 17 times.
I killed my father.
Whew. Sheesh.
Oh.
What do you know about my father?
Actually cared about the people under his command. How do they put it in the Watch? We shall never see his like again. Oh. You didn't know.
Damn.
Oh, I was wondering, I'm like, what is this awkwardness? Yeah. He didn't know.
He was leading an expedition beyond the wall. There was a mutiny. He was murdered by his own men.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's a fucking bombshell to get dropped on you.
I have nowhere else to go. I've taken her to every healer in Bravos. She suffers every day of her life. I just want it to end.
Or he's like, I don't know why you're telling me this. I can't really. I'm just scrubbing floors and cleaning bodies.
I used to be like you. I was sick. I was dying.
Cool story, bro. I'm still in pain.
My father prayed to the many-faced god.
That kid's like, I'm not going to get killed here, am I? They're not going to spare me.
I've devoted my life to him now. Drink.
So that water just kills you?
It certainly
Yeah.
seems like that.
Interesting.
She lied to her too. She said,
Why?
like, she's like, my father brought me here. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah. And prayed to the many-faced god. Yeah. She's a liar. Every time a door is just left open, she's like, is this my shot?
Oh shit.
Oh, snap. Diddly bop pop. Here we go. Those are many faces.
No. A girl is not ready to become no one, but she's ready to become someone else.
Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah, they must have a lot. They just fucking yeet and try to get it to the fucking top.
Why are they anchored?
They probably came ashore.
Water.
Ah, shit. Oh.
Got a lot of fight in you, huh?
Damn.
What about the dwarf?
The dwarf's cock has magic powers.
I'm sorry?
Just hand a dried cock to a merchant. How could he know? Unless he sees the dwarf.
It will be a dwarf-sized cock.
Guess again.
That's savage.
Yeah.
The dwarf lives until we find a cock merchant.
That's fucking wild. A cock merchant.
All right, Timmy, bring in your father for job day. Let's see what he does.
I decided to bring some examples, and he opens
Oh
up,
my gosh.
like a trench coat, and he's just got
Oh,
dicks
no.
lining his coat.
You are looking at one of the great warriors in the Seven Kingdoms. Him.
Not me, you fucking asshole.
He is a veteran of 100 battles. They wrote songs about him.
That true?
Yes.
Killed a Dothraki blood rider in single combat.
Oh.
Take me to Slaver's Bay. Put a sword in my hand. I'll prove my worth.
Dude, that's so terrifying. Only thing worse than becoming a slave is now like you got to fight for your life. It's like, I guess it's better than being a slave, but damn, it's still just his ass.
Sir Loras was promised to me. Instead, he chose the company of boys.
One's choice of companion is a curious thing.
No.
Speaking of that,
I have found Sansa Stark. They tell me Roose Bolton plans to marry her to his son, Ramsay.
I will skin him and his bastard like that wretch on their bloody sigil.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Perhaps I can help. The Knights of the Vale are some of the best fighters in Westeros. You wouldn't risk a single Lannister soldier or a single coin from the royal treasury.
And if you succeed?
Name me Warden of the North.
I'll speak to the king this evening.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Uncle Jamie?
It's Father Jamie to you.
Imagine walking into McDonald's and your dad is just there.
Let's not do something stupid.
You did something stupid.
Yeah.
You hurt him!
He'll be fine, I promise, but we have to.
Oh my god, it's Indiana Jones.
Dude, I cut the whip, bro. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Actually, I would have saw that
strong.
Oh, damn.
Drop your weapons!
Oh, aren't some of their blades... Or, well, we know Oberyn uses a poison on his blade. They might use poison, too. And he's got cut.
When you were whole, it would have been a good fight.
Damn.
He's like, but now I'm not. So, don't cheap shot me.
You fight pretty good for a little girl.
I don't know if you'd want to get into a fist fight with him. I think that he'd whoop your ass in a fist fight.
Our alliance with House Tyrell remains...
Do you expect the alliance to continue after you've thrown our future into prison?
The Lannister-Tyrell alliance brought peace to a war-torn country. Do you really want to see the Seven Kingdoms slide back into warfare?
Do you, bitch? You?
I just don't think she gives a fuck. She's like, I don't give a damn.
Just a small hearing to determine whether the charges against Loras have merit, which I'm sure they don't. Loras will be freed. Our happy alliance will continue. Good day, Lady Olenna.
Not really going the Tywin route here.
She mutters under her breath, brother fucker. What did you say, Lady Olenna? Nothing. Nothing.
You never lay with Renly Baratheon?
Never.
Nor any other man?
Well,
Never.
hopefully he doesn't call us to the stand.
We call Cam&Zay to the stand. So, here's the thing. Kid's a fucking liar.
Oh my god.
Faith calls Queen Marjorie forward.
Oh my fucking...
You swear that your brother is innocent of these charges against him, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I swear it.
Thank you, Your Grace.
What the fuck was that? Dude, oh my god. I get it, but like also that would piss me off.
Oh no. Imagine.
Fucking great. Yo, he's gonna shit. He's shitting himself right now.
Yeah.
I squired for him. He took a liking to me. He summoned me to his chamber the first day we met.
Oliver, you're a fucking piece of shit.
And what occurred in his chamber?
We engaged in intimate
We played chess. Chess and checkers.
Chess.
Is there anyone else who can support your claim?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes, Queen Marjorie.
He has a birthmark, Your Grace. Quite high on his thigh. Wine-colored and roughly the shape of dawn.
Oh boy.
Yo, he was fucking... Sign him up for the NFL. He was cooking right there. He's about to take his ass.
The faith is satisfied there is enough evidence to bring a formal trial for Sir Loras and Queen Marjorie.
What? Oh.
Bearing false witness before the gods is as grave a sin as any, my lady.
Oh. Oh shit.
Tommen! Tommen!
Tommen, get a fucking backbone.
Tommen, you fucking coward.
I don't know what makes me more mad, how brutal Joffrey was or how fucking nonchalant Tommen is. Like, I don't know what one makes me madder.
Have you ever seen a body after the dogs have been at it? Not so pretty.
This chick's insane. That's no wonder they're so fit for each other.
And how long have you loved him, Miranda?
Exposed. Stupid.
I'm Sansa Stark of Winterfell. This is my home, and you can't frighten me.
Are you
Get
done with
fucking
your work?
rolled.
Poggers?
Yeah, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Sansa of the House Stark comes here to be wed.
Who gives her?
Reek.
Theon
Oh.
of House Greyjoy. Who was it? Who was her father's ward?
I'm sure Ramsay told him to say Theon.
Yeah. I doubt he was like
Just to make
saving-
it to be like officiated or something.
Yeah.
I take this man.
Ugh, that smile.
My father said you're still a virgin.
Mm.
Yes.
Why?
Well, first it was Joffrey.
Yeah.
Loras was gay. Then there was
Yeah.
Tyrion, and
I
then
just-
Dwarves.
Robin of the Vale.
He said afraid of dwarves. It's like,
He never touched me.
I don't like Ramsay's energy right now.
We should be honest with each other.
She
Don't you
was
think?
honest. You fucking lunatic.
It's just, it doesn't feel right. I mean, obviously it doesn't feel right. But
Yeah.
No, no.
Oh.
You stay here, Reek. You watch.
damn. That's practically like saying you're going to watch your sister. Like
Have
that's
sex with me, your torturer.
You've known Sansa since she was a girl.
Ugh.
Now watch her become a woman.
Hmm. All right. Dad, he is strong as shit.
Oh, that must just be fucking horrifying.
Ugh. I need mouthwash after that. An eye wash. What the fuck?
All right, that was Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 6, Unbowed, Unbent, Unbroken. Again, if you guys liked what you're watching, leave a like down below. Zay, what are your initial thoughts before we get into the Q&A?
That was probably like the hardest ending I've had to watch. That was ugh.
That was a horrifying situation.
Yeah.
I
I
mean-
think they were gonna. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Ugh.
I mean,
That was
we've seen
gross.
Sansa dodge having to lose her virginity to quite a few people, or well, people that she didn't want to, I guess. And but finally, it looks like Ramsay's the one who takes it. So
Yeah.
she's been hitting fucking.
Stark girls are just batting zero. They're just losing constantly. It's crazy.
Well, I would say Arya is at least in a better situation than Sansa is right now, but
Yeah, but the trauma is just like nonstop for both of them.
yeah. Well, you know what? Let's just get straight into the Q&A. So speaking of Arya, she is in the House of Black and White, and she's kind of, I guess you could say, progressing. I don't know.
Mhm.
She
Seems like it.
basically- Yeah, she told the little girl a lie. She fed the little girl the drink, and she was basically told that she's ready to become somebody else. Not yet no one, but somebody else. So what do you think is in store for her going forward? You saw this room full of faces. What do you think that might be about? And yeah, what are your whole thoughts on the House of Black and White and Arya, where we stand right now?
Yeah, so it seems like she's almost going through like a thing of trials, basically. And as she kind of passes it, she gets to see a little bit more of the house. She's slowly like getting kind of expanded and exposed more to, you know, what it's like living there and being, you know, a man of many faces, kind of like Jack. And I think it was because of her reaction to when she saw the faces, all those like heads inside that place, that he was like, "You're not ready to become nobody." Because she kind of like touched that one face, almost like holy shit, like this is some, like, you know what I mean, where Jackin's just walking in, obviously he's been there for a while, but he kind of just walked in, he's like, watched her reaction and was like, you're ready to be somebody else, but you're not completely ready to detach. And maybe that's kind of what it means to be no one. Like, they don't seem like they're attached to anything in any way. Like, he just kills whoever. You just say, I need this person killed, and he's like, okay. Like, that's
Does that help you come to any idea of who the many-faced god might be or represent?
I honestly hadn't even been thinking about it. Not really, I guess, because I hadn't been really thinking about it. But yeah, I think that we're going to kind of still naturally see her start to progress throughout the house. I don't know, like maybe there's another room that she gets shown after this. Or I'm sure there's going to be a point where he says like, you are ready to become nobody, or the girl has become no one, you know? Mm-hmm. And maybe that's when a formal training or something kind of kicks in, because she's kind of doing like janitorial-ish type of stuff. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like she's someone that they're like training, because they must be like, to do the face switch thing, there must be some sort of training or something you have to go through. No one can just, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe, you know, we don't know a lot about it, but so I imagine once you reach a certain point, they kind of accept you as like a member, for lack of a better term.
Have you noticed? Well, okay, so basically, there's been a theme going on in the House of Black and White, and have you noticed any particular theme with the House of Black and White and the people that serve it? That's as far as I'll go.
I will tell you the one thing I do notice is that whenever they seem ready to show her a little bit more, they like leave the door open, like.
Well, no, I mean more of a general theme that we've seen throughout the show regarding the House of Black and White and Jack and Hagar and basically that whole situation. There's something we see constantly, which it wouldn't be a spoiler for me to tell you right now.
I guess I haven't noticed. I guess I haven't been.
Okay, I think you have noticed, and I think that if I said it, you'd be like, okay. But we'll just leave it at this. Just keep your eye out more for you know, maybe a pattern that's been happening, or something that's been connecting, something that we've seen reoccur or talked about throughout the House of Black and White. So, but I'll let you muddle on that for a bit, if that's even the right word. I'll let you mull on that. Next, we have Tyrion and Jorah. They are basically captured by slavers who they talked about bringing Jorah to the fighting pits and, you know, keeping Tyrion alive in the meantime. What do you think is in fate for those two right now? How do you think this affects Jorah and his grayscale? What do you think is going on with that whole situation?
Can't really be anything good for his grayscale. Here's the there's like negative, I guess, and positive. I guess the positive is that they were walking across that coastline looking for a village or something. They're now getting directly transported to the fighting pits in Marine. So I guess that's their best attempt for Jorah to see Dany again and give her Tyrion and stuff, and seek some sort of, if there is even anyone that can help assist with his grayscale. That's like, you know, you're going to a place where you would have better odds than walking a coast looking for a fishing village. Yeah, that was a pretty intense. I didn't expect that to happen. I honestly thought that they were going to keep wandering and end up running into some sort of fishing village. I'm nervous for Tyrion because Jorah's like, basically Jorah's life rests on his ability to, you know, live up to his reputation as a fighter, where Tyrion's is kind of reliant on not finding someone looking to buy a dwarf's penis. And, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jorah can fight for his life. Tyrion really can't right now. I mean, he can use his words and stuff. I don't think he's gonna die, but
we've seen him in some action before. I mean,
yeah, I think that we're pretty much. I don't think we're gonna see much of them traveling to Marine. I think it's gonna be more like we get them arriving to Marine, and then like that first, possibly seeing Dany see Jorah for the first time, and I'm sure that'll cause a big stir. But yeah, it was interesting for sure. Still, I'm curious to see like how the grayscale progresses, because we don't really know how fast it progresses. We only know once you have it, it spreads. So
right. Yeah,
I'm interested to see how it goes as he's like going on about his days and everything.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And then we have that conversation between Cersei and Baelish when Baelish arrives to King's Landing. Baelish is an interesting character. I mean, you can't really tell what side he's on, because he told Sansa to just stay still. You know, once Stannis wins, you should be fine. Then he comes to King's Landing and says, I know where Sansa is. And once whoever wins that war, that's when you attack and take over. But he said he knows where Sansa is in a way that makes it seem like somebody told him, not in a way that he was the one who brought her there or anything like that. What do you think his endgame is? Where do you think his true loyalties lie? And yeah, what are your thoughts on Baelish moving forward in the show?
I think his loyalties lie with himself. I don't think that he seems to be a double agent in a sense that he's like, listen, I'll tell them this and them this. It's accurate information. Whoever wins, wins. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, if Cersei and, you know, Tom and they have their army march on Winterfell, they take it over, right? Even if, you know, Bolton and all them are like saying like Baelish was there, Baelish was doing this and that. Well, Cersei and Tommen and be like, yeah, but he came and told us where you guys were. He gave us this information. And then vice versa, it runs the same way. If he's providing all this information, if he starts providing information that's to Stannis, I should have said not Bolton. So if Stannis wins, let's say at Winterfell, and gives Stannis information on King's Landing and stuff and assists them, he's basically assisting both sides and seeing who wins. And then I feel like he's going to be like, you know, he's kind of thinks maybe he'll be safe.
I think he's not necessarily assisting Stannis directly, but you could make the argument that, say I wins, he can say, well, I got Sansa here, I kept her safe, you know, and act like he was
giving himself wiggle room for both sides, to where even if the other side that he could have been assisting directly or indirectly says anything, the other side that won might argue and be like, but he gave us this quality information, so you know what? Yeah, it kind of in a way.
If push came to shove, who do you think he sides with?
Probably King's Landing. Okay. I don't think he knows enough about Stannis and everything to really side. Well, like I feel like knowing King's Landing standing, knowing their resources, their military and stuff, he would bet the safer side and be like King's Landing and Cersei and Tommen.
Speaking of King's Landing, Cersei and Tommen, we had a interesting trial done with the Faith, and it turns out that they had evidence against Sir Loras, but they wanted to see if Marjorie would lie first. And when Marjorie lied, they then arrested both of them. So that is throwing a big wrench into the you know, I guess you could say plan that possibly Cersei had, because obviously she gave them arms and has been acting real coy about Loras getting arrested. But she seemed shocked when Loras wasn't let go at that point. So that was an interesting situation. What do you think is going to happen with all of that going forward? And basically 3 people, and how do you think they're going to handle it? The grandmother, Cersei, and Tommen. How do you think each one is going to handle this situation going forward?
I mean, the grandmother is going to want some sort of revenge or something on Cersei. Like, she's not going to be like, she's clear. She wasn't happy when Loras was in prison. Now her daughter, not granddaughter, now Marjorie, the queen, just got arrested. And, you know, like we had mentioned before, because you had asked me, like, what do you think about her arming or letting these guys get arms? It's like, this is a faction of fanatics, you could say, in a sense, that now have weapons. So now if someone wants to step to them, they're willing to die over the shit that they're talking about. So, you know, people try to step to them and they immediately are willing to draw arms. They'll be like, well, we'll kill you then. Like, it's like you either are with us or against us. Cersei, I don't know what she does at this point, because how now she has to try to play diplomat and I'm assuming either try to convince them to at least let Marjorie go to like or something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I imagine she'd want to get both of them, but at least Marjorie, I feel like is holds a little bit more weight, I guess, arguably because she's the queen. With Tommen, I think that we'll see. I think we're going to see, hopefully we'll see a moment of him, you know, of it coming down to a big decision, a big boy decision where he decides, like, if, let's say, they do the trial and they find him guilty, well, does it fall on the king to decide the punishment? And what does Tommen decide? Or is it just going to fall under their jurisdiction? Do they get, like, because I know that they're hosting the trial, but I imagine it still should fall under king's rule to decide the punishment. But they might say by the 7 gods, it's death. And so does he allow that? Is he going to stop the trial? Is he going to demand them free? Is he going to demand his military remove this faction, remove their weapons? And I don't know. It's so sticky. I didn't expect that to happen. I expected Loras just to go on trial, but when they said Marjorie, I was like, oh, fuck. I'm like, okay.
That's interesting. We'll have to see how that plays out. Speaking of Cersei's child, Tommen, she has another child, Myrcella, who's in Dorne, and her boy got knocked the fuck out, smoked, and now we had that little fight scene with Bronn and Jaime and the 3 daughters of Oberyn, and they got stopped and basically arrested or taken by the King's Guard, I guess you could call them. Of Dorne. And so, yeah, what do you think's in store for all of them now? And how do you think that's going to affect other things? Like, you know, do you think Cersei's going to find out? Do you think that they're going to get out fine? Do you think that they might not get out fine? Do you think this might be a permanent thing or a long time thing or a short term thing? What do you think is going to happen?
I don't think it's going to be short term, but I think that, you know, they're going to demand, I'm sure, I forget what his name is, the man that's ruling right now.
Yeah, it's Oberyn's brother, I guess.
I'm sure he's going to demand to hear both sides. You know, they went and they arrested the daughters, and then they immediately went and arrested Oberyn's wife immediately after. So it seems like they're well aware that this is a collusion attempt. But now it's hearsay, and it's what they say versus what they say. Why were you guys here? We're here to kidnap, you know, to take back Myrcella because we didn't trust her being in Dorne. This, that, and the other thing. You know, they might have. I'm sure they'll spin up the daughters and the mother will spin up some story, like, or maybe they're just flat out like, they're like, we need vengeance. We need vengeance for Oberyn. Maybe they try to get the people to rally behind them and say, like, this is it right? You know, look at what's happened on the Lannister. All this stuff. I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna see some sort of, like, not really a trial, maybe per se, but like kind of like them brought in front of Oberyn's brother, and now it's like, why are you here? What the fuck were you doing? And him having to kind of judge based off what they're saying. Does he believe Jaime and Bronn? Does he believe the daughters and the mother? What do you do in that situation? If, you know, are they guilty? What's the punishment? You know, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot to.
And last thing to say about that is that Myrcella's boy got knocked the fuck out. If he says, I saw blood on Bronn's clothing and Jaime's clothing from the soldiers they killed, you know, I mean, now they're wearing soldiers' clothing, so I guess they're going to assume, like, well, you killed our men, so what the fuck were you doing here, you know?
Yeah, that could be a sticky situation. We'll have to see. And then speaking of, I guess I don't want to, I think it might be a little fucked to call it a sticky situation, but speaking of a little fucked, we have not to make light of the situation,
not right,
but
man. Not right.
We have Sansa back in Winterfell. She has married Ramsay, and now he is committing an act of violence against her and making Theon watch. So what are your thoughts about that whole situation? How do you think that's going to affect the future of things? And yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts there?
I think the first thing that I thought about after watching that whole scene and like watching Theon's reaction is like, I think Theon's going to snap and end up killing him. And I think that he might end up, I think that this kind of like abuse is going to, I hope it's not reoccurring for the rest of the season, but it's probably going to be, or like be alluded to, that abuse of like Ramsay, you know, he gets what he wants. And basically he kind of said like whenever he demands you listen to him, and you almost are like compelled to, like these girls are like compelled to listen to him because they fear like what will happen if they don't, you know? But I think that cycle of abuse occurring, and if it continues to occur in front of Theon might snap, and he might end up killing Ramsay, which also
some of the women aren't necessarily afraid of him. Some of them love him, like we saw.
Right, like Miranda loves him. But I think that if we could see Theon maybe doing it almost as an act of like trying to show his commitment to like Sansa, like, look, I didn't kill your brothers. I don't know. Maybe he tries to convince her slowly, like, I really didn't kill your brothers. Like, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like, but the look on his face and shit was like, he had to watch, and it looked like torturous, but it looked like it almost crossed a line. Like now it's like, you lied on my name, but now I had to watch you basically violate my sister in front of me. Like, we might see Theon basically lose his shit, kill Ramsay, and he would get executed from it, but maybe it could be his last goodish deed, you know, to her, and like to show his like loyalty to the Starks, the people that, you know, raised him. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to keep watching. But for this video, again, if you guys liked what you were watching, leave a like down below, subscribe to stay tuned for more. If you're not already, you can hit that bell notification button to be notified the next time we upload a new video. And if you want to watch our full length reaction to this and the next 5 episodes, you can check that out on Patreon. The link for that will be in the description. Zay, I know you have a Twitch.
Yes, I do. Follow me on Twitch if you so please. I'm doing giveaways for follower goals, so I might still be at the
way, everybody, his camera might seem a little bit blurry here and there. He's had a problem with his computer, so he's on his laptop right now, but he is working on fixing his computer. I'm sure this will be completely resolved by the time you're watching this, so no worries there. But go ahead
if it's not, yeah. So feel free to follow me on Twitch. I'll be doing giveaways for the follower goals, typically gift cards, like Amazon gift cards, stuff like that you can actually use. But yeah, I stream Sunday. I still work on a schedule, generally between Sunday through Friday. Tuesdays and Fridays are with Cam, so you can guarantee us being online, unless my computer does what it did last Friday. But with that being said, yeah, I also have a YouTube channel, so that'll be linked down in the description below as well, where I'm posting playthroughs, funny content, clips, stuff like that from me playing with my other friends and everything. And then, yeah, Cam, I know you also have a Twitch.
Yep, Just Your Average Cam. Links in the description. You can check that out if you want to. But with that being said, let's not make you guys wait any longer. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Okay, that looks good.